The Gambling Community Benefit Fund is Queensland's largest one-off community grants program. It's a statewide fund and has helped thousands of groups and communities all over Queensland, from Cooktown to Coolangatta, Rockhampton to Mount Isa.
In the first year of operation, if I recall, it was about $10 million that was allocated at that time. The fund now is not linked as closely to gambling. There are other forms of taxation royalties that form a fund which is now in the tune of about $60 million a year for those organisations, not-for-profit organisations that are trying to help improve the quality of life in their communities. Then here's an opportunity that can give them a boost to make that difference to the lives of others.
The fund supports initiatives from a huge range of groups, big and small, who share a common purpose. They all contribute to Queensland's communities.
If we look at some of the examples that the fund has been providing in the past, it's providing motors for marine rescue, it's providing paint for community halls, it's upgrading kitchens. We've funded in the past restocking of our rivers and lakes with fish. There are just so many organisations out there contributing to the better future for this state that can draw on those funds and make a true difference.
The Centre for Women and Co was established through a merger from a women's health service and a domestic and family violence service. The Centre for Women and Co have used the funding to completely transform one of our offices. The courage that it takes for somebody to walk through our door is enormous. And so we want to create a space where they feel extremely safe and supported and that they're comfortable in that area. So to be able to use the fund to create that enables us to then make sure that we're using our core funding on more service delivery.
DBCYP has been around for about 25 years now, since 1994. We started out as a very small youth organisation, and since then we've definitely grown in size and capacity. So a lot of the programs that we run, while they're government funded, they don't necessarily provide money for resources. They don't provide money for us to purchase things like buses or kitchen equipment, whereas the fund enables us to actually obtain the resources that we need, and also to extend that benefit to the wider community. So for example, when we purchased the coffee cart, we had this idea. We thought, wouldn't it be great if we had a mobile coffee cart? We could take it to events, we could use it to train staff, we could give young people work experience. So we kind of dreamed it up. We put in the application and we got it. We've also were successful in getting some funding to buy some computer equipment. Being able to purchase that computer equipment, while it might not seem a lot, it just gives us the resources to be able to do our job and to do it well.
My advice to organisations that are seeking funds through this process is, first and foremost, understand what the guidelines and what the requirements of the fund are, and that's easy by having a look at the website or taking advice from the staff that work in the fund as well. On the basis of that, then putting in an application that captures your purpose, captures the passion that you're looking for is really important.
Some of the things that I've learned through applying for the funding has been to keep it really purposeful, so really straight to the point. Make sure that you answer the questions correctly and succinctly.
It's really good to have a really clear idea of what you want, but also make sure that you're applying for something that has genuine community benefit.
The new portal that the fund has introduced has been really, really beneficial. I find it really easy to use.
Completing and preparing funding applications is a timely task, but my experience with this fund is the applications are quite quick. So long as you've got all your information, all your quotes, everything that you need, it's an easy process. When I'm doing applications like this, it's always great to have some supporting organisations. You're more likely to be successful if there's a couple of organisations who are on board, or perhaps someone who's supporting your application, like the local MP or the local councillor, or other community organisations that can benefit from your project.
I have found that they're really encouraging for organisations to apply. They are happy to help you through that process if you've got any questions. And it's definitely one of the best applications and funds that we have ever received.
If at the end of your application you are not successful, then you can go back to the Secretariat and get some more advice and take that advice on board. It might be that your application has simply missed out because of the limitation of funding. On the other hand, there might be some steps that you can take to strengthen.
Since its inception, the fund has always had an independent committee responsible for reviewing and making recommendations for funding to the responsible minister. Today, the committee comprises of 12 members with a wealth of experience, knowledge and skills reflecting the diversity of the Queensland community.
What we're looking for is to recognise the passion and the purpose behind the application. We're not looking for a bucket load of words. We're actually just looking for somebody to let what's in their heart come out. This is why we need this money. This is the purpose. This is going to be the benefit if we receive this fund to the community that we're reaching out to help. That, to me, is the greatest joy of this fund. It's giving people hope, it's giving them purpose, and it's fulfilling their ambition to help out others by actually providing some material funding towards that. My appeal to the organisations that are not-for-profit, that are out trying to do the best to enrich the lives of others and their community, think about the fund, because this fund can give you a material hand up, not a handout, but a hand up to better your own communities.
If you would like more information on the fund and how to apply for a grant, visit our website or follow us on Facebook.